grand experiment. That's fine. I like it. Okay. Okay. Good morning. Good morning to everyone out there. Thank you so much for joining this morning. This is RBC Yoga. We normally practice in the room downstairs, and I hope that many of you are our regular students and that many, many, many more of you are experiencing perhaps this for the first time. But wherever you are this morning, thank you for joining us. And we'll keep this class today to about an hour. And you won't need any props. If you do have things at home, like a blanket or a pillow or a block that you use for home practice, then you probably will want those things nearby. But it's not necessary. And anything that you see here, we can modify to your own likeness, whatever works for your body. And I will also give some modifications as we go through the practice today. So again, my name is Amanda, and I really am so grateful to all of you for joining us here this morning. So we'll start simply by sitting and closing our eyes, sitting up in an easy posture, so Sukhasana, or sit up nice and tall. Let your sit bones really be rooted on the earth or on a block or pillow or blanket beneath you. And you want to, when you're sitting tall, you want to make sure that your tailbone is in line with your spine, rather, so that you're not arching your back. And then you want to pull your shoulder blades together a little bit toward one another so that they can help you open up your heart center and across your lungs and your chest for better breathing. And close your eyes. Your chin be slightly down. And just begin to tune into your breath. Breathing in. Breathing out. In, out. You want to breathe in through your nose and also out through your nose. Your tongue to be along the roof of your mouth, lightly touching the back of your teeth, so that the back of your throat slightly constricts. And that will allow you to find what we call Ujjayi breath, or yoga breath. And that kind of creates this sound like an ocean wave moving through your whole body. Acknowledge the sounds around you. But let's not attach to them. Just acknowledge them and let them go. And we'll do a few rounds of counted breath together this morning. So we'll breathe in for a count of 6, and then we'll retain the breath at the top for a count of 3, and then we'll exhale also for a count of 6. So breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Continue like that on your own, though I invite you to drop the count and maintain the rhythm. As you continue to breathe and enjoy the silent stillness on your own, I'll share a poem, a reading from Rumi that one of my teachers, her name is Carrie Sharon, she owns O2 Wellness in Minden. Shout out to her. One of the benefits of this kind of shared time that we're living in is access to many communities far and wide through this very means, through this virtual means. So that's sort of an unexpected gift and bright spot in all of this, that we can connect with people that maybe we don't always get to, or try things that we don't always get to. And perhaps for some of you today, that is, you're doing yoga maybe for the first time, or it's a class you want to get to and you can't. So I was practicing with Carrie and her O2 tribe this week, and she shared a poem from Rumi called The Guest House. And I think it's so prescient right now, because so many of us are experiencing just a whirlwind of emotions, because our lives have, for some of us, radically changed in a very short period of time. And we're all adjusting to this new normal and finding ways to come home to ourselves and to our spiritual foundations and practices so that we can maintain a sense of well-being and be grounded and unite together in love and in spirit, so that we can collectively work through this time. So this poem is called The Guest House, and it will set the tone for our practice today. This being human is a guest house. Every morning a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness. Some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all. Even if they're a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture, still treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice. Meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. Yoga is a practice of union and also a practice of mindfulness, a union of our body to our breath, to our movement, of what we identify with as self, in quotations, with the universe at large. And recognizing our emotions as part of this sort of wave, these guests that visit us, I think is so critically important, because sometimes our human tendency is to push them away, push them out the door, and ignore them, push them down. I mean, it's the root of so much suffering. But when we can let those emotions come and invite them in and hold them, tend to them with grace and softness and tenderness, then we really can transform them. We can heal, we can move through them, and let whatever they're showing us arise. And so that's what I invite you to do today as we move through this asana practice. Whatever comes up, be with it. Breathe through it. Let it carry you forward to the next shape. So I invite you to take an Om to open our practice this morning. Inhale. Great. All right, we're going to start on all fours. And I should say that this is my first virtual class to teach on yoga, with the first time with a headset mic. So hopefully it works out. And if it falls, then we'll just pick it up and then we'll go from there. So come ahead to hands and knees. And when you're in hands and knees, you want your hands shoulders distance apart, knees, hips distance apart. And you really want to root your finger pads down. Turn your outer arms under. Really feel the earth. And go ahead and inhale and arch your back. Exhale, round your spine, pulling your navel toward your spine. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And this time, just keep exhaling all the way back into child's pose. Balasana. And then inhale, scoop through cow. Exhale, cat. All the way back into Balasana. Creating a movement like a big spinal wave. Inhale up. Exhale, one more like that. Inhale. Exhale, and when you get to Balasana, go ahead and stay there for a moment. Allow your forehead to come to the earth, or if it doesn't reach the earth, you can stack your hands, creating a fist underneath you for a little bit of head support. Breathing here. Feeling the power of the earth. Taking her energy in. Good. And then go ahead and inhale. Come on up. Good. Curl your toes under and then exhale into downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Shavasana. So in down dog, ideally, eventually your legs are straight and your heels are down. But especially if you're newer to this, or if you're feeling tight or stiff this morning, bend your legs. You can even take your feet wider. You can take them almost as wide as your mat. if that feels good for you. So you can experiment a little bit about kind of where your body is today. Again, meeting yourself where you are and holding that space tenderly. For your arms, you want to turn your outer arms under, hollow out your armpits so that they're facing the front of the mat. And from here, we're going to inhale, come up high on the toes, just like we did in cat-cow, but this kind of reverse the motion. Cat your back, and then come out into plank as you exhale. And then inhale, up on your toes, cat your back toward the sky, tailbone lifts. Exhale, downward facing dog. Do that again. Inhale, rounding. Exhale, plank. Firing up your plank, feeling your body engage. You can always take it to your knees. Inhale, push the floor away. Exhale, down dog. And then from there, go ahead and walk your feet forward to the top of your mat. Inhale, look up halfway. Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root into your feet and rise up, bringing the energy up above your head. Exhale through the center. And then we'll take just a moment here in Tadasana. You can bring your hands alongside you, open your palms out, and really feel your feet rooting into the earth. Acknowledge this transition to standing. Again, tuck your tailbone so that when you're standing, you're not arching your back, but rather your tailbone is in line with your spine. Good. We'll do some sun salutations to build up some heat quickly this morning. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Exhale there. Again, plank you can always take on your knees. Inhale. And then exhale for this first one. We will take knees, and then we'll bring our chest down and our chin for a modified chaturanga. Inhale, little cobra. Shoulders pulling toward one another. Head back. Exhale. Inhale, push through to downward facing dog for your exhale. Big breath in downward facing dog. Inhale. Bottom of your exhale, step or walk forward to the top of your mat. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, once more, root to rise up. Good. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, try to step back with the opposite foot this time to your plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, you can take that modified version or full version of chaturanga all the way down to your belly. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. If you want to take a chaturanga push-up there to get you to down dog, you can. So showing you lots of different sorts of modifications here this morning. Inhale. Bottom of your exhale, step or walk forward to the top of your mat. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Root to rise up. Good. Again, take a moment here. Close your eyes and feel your body start to waken up. Feel the energy moving through you. And just notice. Notice what's happening, what's starting to happen in your body, what's starting to wake up, what might be starting to come up for you, thoughts, and just greet them. If your mind is running amok, just breathe it out, even laugh it out and let it go. Good. Inhale. Arms sweep up. And then we're going to clasp our hands, steeple our fingers. Exhale there, get really tall. Inhale once more, pull toward the sky. And then exhale, take it to your right, opening up our side body. Inhale. Exhale, take it to your left. Inhale. Exhale, little back bend. Inhale. Release the clasp of your hands. Exhale into chair pose. So you're sitting down like you're sitting in a little tiny chair. Shoulders are moving down your back. Inhale there. Exhale, fold. Inhale, plant your hands. Step back once more to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, this time, cobra or upward facing dog. And in upward facing dog, your feet are flipped over, so the tops of your feet are on the earth, and then everything else is lifted. So knees are lifted, thighs are lifted, arms are straight. On your next exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step your right leg forward. So we're kind of moving into a Surya Namaskara B, Sun Salutation B series. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, lower. Step your foot back. Chaturanga, modified or full. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step that left leg through. Plant your back foot, turn it out slightly. Front leg bends. Arms sweep up, warrior one. Inhale. Exhale. Plant your hands. Step back. Again, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Once you get to down dog, pause there. And if you need a break, you can always come to Balasana, child's pose. Breathe here. I'll take a moment once again just to say hi to folks out there. I don't know if my husband and my daughter are watching, but if they are, I have to say hi to them. Hi, Tammy Iris. Hi, Brad. Good. Inhale once more. Exhale there. And then on the bottom of your exhale, step, hop, walk or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, look up halfway, Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Come on up. Woo, see? First time the mic has slipped. Hey, we've made it 20 minutes, so not bad. It was bound to happen. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to turn to the side of our mat. And we're going to go ahead and step out wide. We'll build up a little heat. So kind of this starfish shape to begin. And then from here, we're going to take our arms up over our head. Inhale, and then we're going to exhale into goddess or horse stance. And when we do this, you can take your first thumb, index finger to thumb. And for goddess, you want your feet turned out. And then when we move to forward fold, you'll want to turn your feet in. But for goddess or horse stance, whatever you're comfortable with, turn your feet out. And from here, we can just kind of shift our weight a little bit, side to side. And then come to stillness. And then inhale, come up once more. And then we're going to take lion's breath. 3 rounds of lion's breath. And if you're not familiar with lion's breath, it feels really silly, but it's really good for release. And so it's basically you stick your tongue out and you open your eyes really wide. So it looks like this. And sounds crazy, I'm sure, in the microphone. But we're going to do that when we come down into goddess shape. So here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And just pause there for a moment. Close your eyes. Good. Straighten your legs. Go ahead and turn your feet so that they're parallel now, and clasp your hands behind you. Inhale. Pull your hands down. Exhale. Fold forward and begin to lift your clasped hands toward the sky. Getting a little bit of a shoulder stretch. Big belly breaths here. Good, and go ahead and release your hands down. You're going to leave your left hand planted on the earth underneath you, or if you need to grab some pillows from your house to bring the floor closer to you or your blocks, this is a great time to do that. Then inhale, twist to your right, bringing your right hand up toward the sky. Good. Inhale back to center. And then twist to the second side. Good. Inhale down. Good. And then we're just going to shift our weight over to our right for Skandasana. So flex your left foot. This is going to look very different for many people. And then we're going to, on a breath, take it to the second side. So we're really getting here into our inner thigh, upper thigh, and then really lengthening the inside of our legs. And then take it back to the right. And when you get there, go ahead and turn so that you're in a lunge. The right leg is bent. And then we're going to go ahead and plant our back foot down, turn it out 45 degrees. Inhale up to Warrior Two. So Warrior Two, gazing over right fingertips. Breathing here, bending deeply. So ideally in Warrior Two, you want your thigh parallel with the earth, or as parallel as possible. That's the direction. And you want your stance wide enough, heel to arch, so that you're stable in your standing shape. And then feel this nice line of energy across your heart center from your left fingertips all the way across, shooting out through your right. Like you're shooting lightning bolts out of your fingers. And close your eyes. Breathe. Good, and then we're going to inhale and reverse our warrior. So you take your left hand down your back thigh, right arm comes up. Exhale, take your forearm to thigh, moving into a side angle pose, left hand reaching over your ear. Good. Inhale, come back to Warrior Two. Exhale, straighten your front leg. Inhale, rib cage over front straight leg. Exhale into triangle, Trikonasana. So for triangle, however low you go, it's really just going to depend on your body. So if you're up higher, that's fine. The point of triangle is really to open up your side body and to turn your heart. So you don't want to be collapsed down. It doesn't really matter if your bottom fingers are on the earth. They can be on your thigh, alongside your calf, or on the earth. There we go again. Turn and look up. Inhale. And then exhale, take your top arm behind you for a little bit of a half bound Trikonasana. Once more getting into our shoulder here. Inhale. Take your arm up again. Reach it over your front ear. And then from here, let's take side angle pose again. So if your fingertips are on the earth, then you are already set up for sort of the next version of side angle pose. If that's too low for you, come up to your thigh again. Always modify, meeting yourself wherever you are and tending gracefully to whatever that is and whatever it brings up for you, whatever emotional guests are visiting. Inhale. Good. Exhale, come on up. And then once more, turn your feet parallel. Go ahead and clasp your hands behind you. Try to clasp them the funky way, so the opposite fingers or thumb on top. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward once more, bringing your shoulders to the sky. Allowing your head to relax. So you're really letting go here. Forward folds are really an act of surrender. Bowing, recognizing the forces and energies greater than ourselves. The force that connects us all. Go ahead and release the clasp of your hands. Bring your hands underneath you once more. And this time, walk them underneath your legs as far back as you can. Aiming to bring your crown as close to the earth as possible. Just so directionally you're moving that way, you are experiencing a sort of grounding sensation, even if your head doesn't reach the earth. Big breath there. Go ahead and once more walk your hands underneath you and keep your right hand down. Inhale, turn to the left, bringing left hand up once more for a spinal twist. Exhale there. Inhale, back through the center, switch hands. Exhale, spinal twist. Second side. Inhale through the center. And then go ahead and take Skandasana over to your left. So bring all the weight to your left foot. Flex your right foot. On a breath, take it over to the second side. If we have any kids out there practicing, you can like to think of this as Spider-Man. So Tammy Iris, if you're watching, this is your Spider-Man pose. Take it over to your left once more, and then turn your feet so that you're in lunge on the left side. So start here by sticking your lunge first. So you want your knee tracking over your ankle. Back toe is curled. And then you're going to place your back foot on the earth. Turn it out 45 degrees. Line up heel to arch. And then inhale, rise up, cartwheeling your hands up for warrior two. And you may need to adjust your stance when you get there. So again, warrior two. Remember this line of energy shooting across your whole upper body, shooting lightning bolts of love out of your fingertips. Gaze over your front, so your left fingertips. And close your eyes. Breathing here. In, out. Really feeling the breath come in and out of the navel center. Our belly, seat of emotional center. Self, ego center, fire. Bend a little deeper into that front leg, and then inhale, reverse your warrior, taking your back hand down your back thigh, ignoring me, adjusting my microphone. And then exhale, taking it into version A of side angle pose. Parsvakonasana. Top arm reaching over ear, heart center turned toward the sky. Good. Inhale, come back up to warrior two. Exhale, straighten your front leg. Inhale, torso over front straight leg. Exhale, Trikonasana, second side, triangle pose. So again, begin with your right arm reaching toward the sky, heart turning. And remember, you may be up pretty high for your triangle shape. Or you may be halfway, or you may be low. But whatever height you are, if you notice, your heart is still turning the same direction. Good. From here, inhale and take your top arm over, we forgot to half bind, and then take it behind you for a half bound triangle. Once more, turning your heart, and then with your shoulder opening toward the sky. Then inhale, take your arm up. Exhale over your ear. Inhale there, reach your fingertips. And then exhale, bend your front leg. Moving once more into Parsvakonasana. And again, if this is too low of a side angle pose, come up to your thigh. Breathing for 3, 2, reach that top arm. 1, good, come all the way up. Bring your hands in front of your heart and just toe heel your feet toward the center. And take a moment here in Tadasana. Breathe. Close your eyes. Feel your feet rooting to the earth. Feel the prana moving through your body. Feel your heart beating. And then lift your toes, spread them, and then lower them once more so that you're really stretching out your toe pads and trying to get all 4 corners of your feet on the earth. And we just passed the spring equinox a week ago, so we must do tree because now all the trees are blossoming and growing. So we will do that Vrikshasana. We'll start with our right leg. So you really want to root into that right foot. And your left foot, many options. So this is version A, where you're using a little kickstand here. Version B, where you lift onto your calf. Or version C, take your left foot all the way up to your thigh. The only rule with tree is you don't want your foot on your knee because that puts too much pressure on the knee. So just begin here. Really root your right foot into the earth. Feel your roots growing down. Hands in front of your heart. Breathing here. Maybe you can grow your branches. I'm not sure that I can grow my branches today. I'm going to blame the microphone for unbalancing me on this side. No, it's okay. And then let your branches flower. Maybe you even have a sway in your tree. Move with your breath. Inhale. Bring hands in front of your heart and go ahead and release your foot down. Once more, rooting onto the earth. Aligning your standing shape so that you're not sticking any parts of your body out. And then root into your left foot. Again, right foot can be varying heights depending where you are today. And you want to really pull everything toward the midline so that you're centering your trunk. It's a push-pull action. Your right foot is pushing against your thigh, and then your thighs pushing against your foot, pulling each other, and then pushing back toward the center. Little bend in your left knee will keep you from hyperextending. And then just take a few breaths here to acknowledge the beauty around us. The trees that are springing their flowers. Leaves unfurling to take in the warmth of the fire, the sun. Inhale once more. Exhale. Root down and come once more into Tadasana. Great. Beautiful. Good. Let's come once more to the top of our mat. Hands in front of our heart. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale into chair. So now that we're a little bit warmer, see if your chair is a little lower. You want the weight in your heels for chair. You should be able to lift your toes and lower them. Go ahead and bring your hands in front of your heart. Inhale, and then we're going to twist to our right. So taking your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh, using your two palms pressing into one another to help you turn, wringing out all the stuck yuck that's inside of us. There might be more stickiness right now because of the emotional guests that have been visiting our quarantined homes. They're about the only guests that can visit, right? So they're coming in droves, man. Inhale, arms through the center. Exhale, take it to the second side. Twisting and wringing. Good. Inhale through the center. Exhale, fold forward. Really be in your forward fold. See if maybe you can wrap your hands around your legs. Good. Inhale, look up halfway. Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands. Step back to plank. You can go right to down dog or you can take a vinyasa. Chaturanga, up dog, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep your right leg up. Exhale, twist it open. Trying to keep your torso square, even as you take your toes to your invisible neighbor to your left. Inhale, square and straighten. Exhale. Bring your knee to your nose and cat your back. Inhale, kick your leg up. Exhale, bring your knee to the outside of your right arm. A little bit of core. You can always do this on your knees. Kick it up. Exhale, opposite direction. Inhale, kick it up once more. Exhale, knee to nose, and then step through to lunge. Good. Stoking the belly fire so that we can wring out the stickiness, things we're holding on to. Left fingertips or hand on the earth. Inhale, twist to your right, bringing right arm up. Really opening up your heart. A little bit of a back bend sensation here. Good. Now from here, we're going to take left hand, left foot Vashisthasana. So there's a couple ways to get there. So you can take your left hand, roll to the outside edge of your left foot, keep your right foot in place for a supported Vashisthasana, which is side plank, or you can take it all the way, stacking your feet for side plank. Inhale. Exhale, plank, plank. Take a vinyasa if you are so inclined. Otherwise, right back to down dog. Good, and when you arrive at down dog, take a deep breath. Really emphasizing the emptiness at the bottom of your breath as you pull your navel toward your spine. Engage Mula Bandha. Inhale, left leg comes up. Exhale, twist it open. Inhale, square and straighten. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, knee to outside of your arm. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, cross your body. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, knee to nose. And then step through to lunge. First, stick your lunge, knee tracking over ankle. Then right fingertips, so you can tent your fingertips, or place your palm down on the earth as you twist to your left, opening up your heart. Little back bending action. Offering your heart to the universe. Breathing. Good. And then if your hand's not flat, go ahead and flatten it now. Right hand, right foot, Vashisthasana, second side. Again, modified is to keep your left foot there as support. Full is to stack your feet, one on top of the other, so left on right. Left reaching toward the sky. Head turning. Push the floor away, so pull up into your side body. Inhale. Exhale the plank. Lower all the way down to the belly. And then just turn your head to one side when you arrive on your belly. And then go ahead and turn your head to the second side. Take a minute here to connect to the earth. And then bring your forehead to the center. You can stack your hands for a moment. And then just connect here so you can feel tops of the feet on the earth, knees, thighs, pelvis, belly. And just tune in to what that feels like. Your fire belly center, breathing against the cool comfort of Mother Earth. Your heart beating with her rhythm. Your breath connected to the whole breathing divine spirit of the universe.
What a gift. What a gift this earth is. This body made of her, made of stardust, made of the whole universe. This human experience, it's a gift. And in times of difficulty, it's even more important to remember what a gift and opportunity we have to come home to the quiet center. Go ahead and take your hands out from underneath your forehead. And then we're going to move into Shalabhasana, Locust series. So for the first one, you can just have your hands alongside of you, palms toward the sky. And when you inhale, you're going to lift your heart off the earth, lift your feet off the earth, and press your palms toward the sky, pulling your shoulder blades toward one another. In Shalabhasana, it's important that your gaze is down and slightly forward. You don't want to look up because your neck will strain. You want your neck in alignment with your spine. Breathing for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and release. Turn your head once more to one side. Taking a full breath here. Good. Forehead to earth. You can repeat that version of Shalabhasana, or you can clasp your hands behind you. And then when you inhale, really pull your hands back. Shoulder blades squeezing tighter. Try to keep your feet together this time in Shalabhasana. Feet touching one another. It's okay to separate too, but see what that feels like. You might shake, and that's A-okay. Breathing for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and release. Turn your head to the opposite side. And just for grins, we'll do one more. So repeating whichever version of Locust or Shalabhasana you prefer. Inhale, bring it up. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, bring your hands underneath you once more. Forehead to the earth in full prostration. And actually, why don't you bring your hands out from there, out in front of you. Stretch your hands out in front of you. Bring them into prayer. And then just bend them so that your fingertips are facing the sky. Forehead can be on the earth. A little bit of a delt stretch, tricep stretch. Good. Hands back in front of you. Go ahead and bring forearms to the earth so that you're in a Sphinx shape. And in Sphinx, you want to really spread your fingers wide. Move energetically the earth toward you. Not sure what's happening here. It's on. Hello? Hello? Okay. We're just moving around a little bit, that's all. So Sphinx shape, drawing the earth toward you. And for one more little fiery moment before we bring it down, go ahead and curl your toes under and lift into a forearm plank. Catting your back a little bit, so navel toward your spine.
You may be shaking. You can stay here. You can come back to Sphinx, or you can move into Dolphin by first moving your weight back toward your feet. So you're in this sort of forearm down dog, and then walking your feet closer to your forearms. And then re-engaging by pushing the weight back toward your heels. Breathing for 3, 2, 1. Drop onto your knees. Come all the way back to child's pose, Balasana. Taking your hands behind, alongside you. Maybe massaging your feet. Good. And come sit up for a moment in Vajrasana. We're going to take a hip opener. We're going to move into pigeon, or it's technically pigeon prep. If pigeon is not your comfort zone, you can take supine pigeon, which is figure 4 on your back. Otherwise, also, if you are practicing at home and you have anything like a blanket or pillow or sweater, and you need that to help support your hips, this is a good time to grab that now. Even if you don't regularly need it, it's nice if you have it because it just helps treat the emotions that arise, that we keep stuck in our hips, that we hold there, helps them, so where they're meeting them tenderly and with some grace to help them release today. So we're going to come first to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Shavasana. Lift your right leg high toward the sky. Inhale. Exhale, sweep it through all the way to pigeon. And so this is where you'll take a moment and adjust if you need any. So you can take a blanket and put it underneath your right hip for extra support if it's not quite on the ground. Really reach your leg back behind you, first with your toes curled under so that you can crawl it back, and then you can release top of the foot to the earth. Inhale, look up first so that you're really long, and then exhale, start to walk it forward. Coming to whatever level is good for you. Forearms, or all the way down, or again, stacking your hands. And breathing deep and slow. We hold a lot of emotions in our hips. You really want to breathe there. Bring some prana into your kidneys, on your backside. Good. Slowly make your way out. Returning your hands to the earth. Go ahead and curl your back toe under. Swing your right leg back. Take down dog. And then inhale left. Inhale left up. There we go. Left leg up. And then exhale. Take it all the way through, preparing for your pigeon on the second side. Again, start by setting yourself up, whatever props you need. If you're moving into figure 4, second side, flex that foot, clasp your hands around you. And once you arrive in your shape, inhale. Get tall first before exhaling and coming down. All the way. As low as you can. Again, recognizing that we hold a lot of energy in our hips, a lot of emotion, and we want to treat it tenderly. Sending big, beautiful breaths. Slowly start to make your way out. Flat hands. Returning once more to downward facing dog. Last time. If you used any props, go ahead and move that out of your way as we prepare for coming to our backs. We'll probably run about 5 minutes over. For those of you who practice with me regularly, you know this is usually about a 75-minute class. But in the virtual space, I'm going to try to keep it to an hour. I'm not super great at hour-long classes, so you'll just have to bear with me. All right. When you arrive on your back, go ahead and bring your knees toward you first. Give yourselves a squeeze. Maybe bring your head up. And then go ahead and just take your arms out to a T, shins parallel with the sky. Take an inhale and go ahead and drop your knees to the right. If it's accessible for you, turn your head to the left. Just connecting with a deep Ujjayi breath, slowing everything down. Inhale, bring your knees to the center. Exhale, take them to the second side. Head turns to the right. Inhale through the center, and then go ahead and grab the tops of your feet, so either foot, bringing your sacrum to the earth for happy baby. Feeling into your body if there's any other shape you need to take before we come into our Shavasana, our final moments of stillness and receptivity. Making your way to that final resting place, Shavasana. Letting go even of your Ujjayi breath, coming into complete stillness. Giving yourself permission to feel anything that came up for you. To be and sit with those guests into the house of your body. Allowing yourself permission to receive the grace of the universe. The hug from Mother Earth who's holding you. Slowly bring some movement back to your fingers and toes. Certainly, since you're all practicing at home, if you want to stay in Shavasana for as long as you have time for, then please, please stay. Continue to relax into the grace of the universe. Otherwise, when you're ready, go ahead and roll to your side and make your way once more to seated, keeping your gaze soft or eyes closed. This is also a really wonderful time to yoga is really a preparation for meditation, so you have the time and space. This is an opportunity to continue this sitting into a longer meditation, to honor the time and that you've spent here today. For those of us who are going to conclude our practice, we'll go ahead and bring our hands in front of our heart and just take a breath of gratitude to yourself and to all of those that you don't even know who've joined you here this morning, or who might do this practice later because they find it on the RBC Facebook page and live stream channels. Take a breath of gratitude to RBC for being our Sangha home, even when we cannot be physically together. That is the power of Sangha, of community, to be united, especially in times of collective difficulty. It's home, no matter what, a refuge in the Sangha. And I want to thank you all so much for joining me in this practice this morning, for sharing your time and space and energy. What a gift modern technology is, that we can all be connected whenever we can't be together physically. We're still connected, and we're reminded how much bigger our bodies are than this human vessel. It's collective body. We are reminded that we can be present with one another energetically, that we are not limited by physicality. And let's go ahead and invite you to take an Om or any sound that resonates with you or with which you feel comfortable to close out our practice today. Inhale. May the longtime sun shine upon you. May all love surround you. And may the pure light within you guide your way on. Thank you so much for being here today. Namaste.